Brr. I thought I would have this, like, silly idea I had done sooner, but turns out I didn't. I was coming up with, like, some fun little... Oh, gosh darn it, I did it on the wrong layer. Give me a few. I was gonna be, like, doing improvements to my overlay. So, like, above, you'd see, like, oh, who's the latest follower? Or who decides to throw bits and how many? Granted, most of them are, you know, Jomanki doing the most bits and things like that, but I wanted something, you know? That way it wasn't just, like, empty at the top except for, followers up there, which isn't growing too much, but, I'm not doing a really good job attracting attention right now. Like, yeah, sure, I stream, but I'm streaming at an awkward time. Americans are asleep or going to sleep, and the UK is only just having their lunch. And I don't think anyone in the UK offices are going to be like, oh, hey, maybe I can sneak a peek and watch this Himbo Z play Greedfall. I would love that, but don't lose your job. And I'm still, like, dressed in civvy attire. I need to, like, get comfy. Like, ah, ah, bleh, bleh. Shoes off. I'll work on the rest of the clothes at another point. But yeah, I was working on, like, silly thingamajiggies in the background, and I was like, oh, I'll just keep pressing the delay button on my timer, but the timer went off at, like, 30 minutes past, and I was like, ah, fine. I guess I'm gonna have to get the stream started, give myself a few minutes, hopefully then. But you know how it is. Gotta keep to consistency and a schedule. Hopefully so. Now then, ding. Alright, yeah, now this time it's a new layer, and then I'm just gonna fill that in very quickly, just so then that way I have it, and then files, save as. I'll just have to... Don't ask me again, just save it directly to my computer. Where is all my resources? Branding, icons, or, yeah. Actually, I'm just gonna call them Twitch. Quickie Twitch icons, there we go. That's a silly name, but it will have to do. So, let's see, is there anyone sitting around? No, it doesn't look like. Been at this for like 10 minutes and, people are busy. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I just need to type something. How do you spell complacent? Or no, complicit is what I'm thinking of. Complicent. There we go. Complicit. And I'm still in my stinky civvy attire. I want to get out of that. But I can't right now. I gotta, like, properly stream. So I gotta be relatively quick. Donk. I think that is about everything I can do. I need to get into the game now. I do like, these small interms. Like, Let's see, this has been going on for approximately 15 minutes nearly of just me dicking around, having short conversation. I want to make that a more regular thing, but it's like, who am I going to talk to? Because, like, right now, there's like, I don't even know if there's someone in chat that wants to speak with me. Maybe I'm just too intimidating. Maybe that's why. Or maybe they just don't know how to say hi. Who knows? There could be a plethora of reasons. Where is my head at? Alrighty. And then... So there's me game. So yeah, we're going to be going through a game of Greedfall. Oh, this is just another dip into good old RPG backlog that I currently have. Because, got a few of those. Thankfully, the backlog is getting really short. I didn't realize I had so many games that I actually already did a start on or, gave up on playing and the such. So, works out for me. So, let's see. What happens if I just go to gaming right now? Is it going to be a blank screen? Yeah, it's going to be a blank screen. But don't you worry, because... Bam! There we go. This is the thing I kind of wish. Like, why can't Steam just sort of automatically pick up on the full-size game that I have? Do I need to have it, like, just sitting in the background so then that way when I do the transitions, it's like, oh, this is what you're talking about. Plus, the crescendo is, like, really fucking loud. Actually, I feel like I'm too loud. Like, hold on a sec, I think the gain was a little too high. I need to fix that. I think this is better now. Anyone chat that wants to tell me this sounds better? No? Yes? I think it's good. And I can already see, like, in my streaming health that it had a little dip, like, right at the start. Like, why can't Australian internet just accept the fact that we're going to be in lockdown for a lot longer than everyone expects? So just get the NBN at a functional level. We're not asking for much. We're just asking for don't conk out when your expected output is everyone. Shore of the Tall Bones. Each represent a fighter archetype. Remember to set up your team at the closest needy. And then it wants me to wait up. Oh yeah, so we sent an emissary to have a meeting over there, and we just need to wait approximately 2 minutes because time goes by real fast in this game. Donk. Yeah, we just need to wait 2 minutes, and then there's an abode there, then there's a camp there. There isn't anything too worthwhile, as far as I know. At least the campsite here can be utilized just for quickly using the workbench. Alrighty. So we've got. So right now I'm using this saber. That's a hunting dagger. Alright, we can recycle. Yep. Ooh, I almost got all the crude iron back. So yeah, this almost has a bit. Oh yeah, this thing has like a terrible armor rating, but that's why I swap over to this spiked hammer, and then this is the Great Flaming Needle. 250. Why is this so... Oh, it's because of the elegant guard I have there, so I'll keep that just in case I need to get back into that, and then... Alright, can I... Back. Chances of collecting. Yep. Yep, come on. Bonk. Alright. Alright, if I try and recycle this entire thing, it's going to be 4, 12, and 2. Oh, okay, so it's definitely taking in all the previous thingamajiggies I put in there before. That is good. And then this is the old cutlass, which is 110 and 36. This is 84, 45. So, yeah, both of these are heavies. Oop, someone's pinging me. Oh my gosh, please don't be work. 10 minutes ago. Oh god. Okay, wait. What? Hold on. Who's pinging me at this hour? Why do people try and open, like, files that Google Chrome is telling them is a bad idea? Because quite frankly, it's a bad idea. Well, someone just, like, commented on my, like, recent shenanigans in 3D art. I'll need to, like, properly post it as a retweet and such of what I actually rendered, because I kind of want to share it with shit posters and be like, hey, do something with this. Where they comment that Grant's renders are like this inner struggles of a surrealist art about a Zeeb and his manhood. For those of you who are not up to date with my little nonsense, half of my renders are cursed because I don't know how to use Blender. So it's like weird things such as like I'll have like a, you know, and then I'll try and tilt forward, but the eyes and the hair and the teeth don't follow me. So you just end up with like a skeleton nearly as my character is rotating forwards. And I thought it was like a little bit hilarious at first. And then I tried like soft body physics, trying to figure out like, oh, maybe I can just turn on soft body physics, like just flick a switch and then all of a sudden I can have wobbliness affected. Nope, didn't work at all. It just made the fucking dick fall off. But it was a real hilarious render, and so I kept it, rendered it out full. Meeps! You de-himboed me! So I kept the... God damn it. And I was on a good story, too. So I kept the render of my zebra losing his manhood. Because, like, it kind of did its job. It became soft body, so it, like, fell to the ground of, like, another collision thingamajiggy and wobbled a bit. And that was pretty cool. And, hey there, Wilkie. So, yeah, so I kept that. And I was... Because I was cracking up laughing. And I was like, this is brilliant. And I kept it. And so it's now just like anytime I do renders now, because half the time it is going to involve the penis. Yeah, half the time I will just include a fun little and then his dick fell off kind of thing. And the most recent one is oh, I won't be able to share it here. The most recent one is just basically the manhood's just like 30 feet in front of him or something like that, and the zebra is chasing after it. And the idea is it's a tradition, Wilkie says. It is a tradition. Exclusively to me. I don't know if anyone else with a 3D model from Wilkie has, like, gotten, like, the nice genitalia, and they've been like, oh, maybe I want to learn 3D. And then their attempts in 3D is them just, like, half the time, like, losing their dick and shit. What are you, a mistake potato head? You don't need to call me out like that. Oh, Mr. Potato Head. No, I'm not a Mr. Potato Head. I'm a Mr. Zeebs. A Mr. Himbo Zeebs. Well, I would have been Himbo if you didn't de-himbo me. So yeah, welcome to the stream in Wilkie. People can hit de-himbo me once an hour, and this is what I look like. I look like that fella from Z Nation and Supernatural, like the really lanky looking fella. Oh, and you can get cookies too. As you can see here, Meeps has got a cookie. So yeah, but I still keep my nice, luscious locks. Look at that. Look at this. Yong, yong, yong. So great. So flowy. Ow. Wait, why did it go through my speakers? Oh, you have made a mistake, my friend. If you were thinking you could send that message to... Wait, where is the... There we go. You thought you could send that message? No. Lol. And then So yeah, so the latest render I have, I gotta like do a proper quote retweet because I want to, because like the reason why I did that render of like the 30 feet and ahead of me and the zebra chasing after it is because like there's a person that like named Alexi who is doing 3D work and such. Like he's doing it all by himself. He's like, you know, doing the block outs, the body and such, and he wasn't too sure about how to do the genitalia. But he had like some visual references to utilize, and then he showed me what it is, and I'm like, this looks, because here's the thing, he's a werewolf. And the genitalia he came up with was distinctly equestrian in nature. And I was looking at this and I was like, huh, this looks very familiar. And he's like, yeah, I kind of just like borrowed your design. And I was just like, gaps, he stole it. So now the idea is that someone has actually stolen Grant's PP and he's chasing after them. So, yeah, don't quote retweet. Actually, no, I won't quote retweet. I'll do it like a legitimate tweet. So, but yeah, that's gonna be on the GrantZeebs account. He took your dick. He did. He stole it. I don't know how many other dicks have been stolen from me, but he took that one. Anyway, back to the game. Like I could talk about dicks like for hours. I feel like, but I don't know if Twitch will accept that. I don't know if Twitch will agree if I have like a previous recording, which is just me talking about PP and all that kind of silly shit. It would be great though. Would definitely get like a new garner of audiences where they're like, oh my gosh, the himbo zebra is talking about genitalia. And we have to wait, can I rest until, god damn it, I can't like rest for an hour Skyrim style? That's dumb. And I can't use any of these weapons, but I got a cool hat. So yeah, so this is our Santa fella. Santa in his early years when he was just like the Spanish Inquisition. This is the, okay, for the, so Wilkie, you probably are not 100% familiar with this game, but basically us who are not from Spain went on a boat and sailed to not, hey, I got my muscles back. We sailed to a boat that is not America to deal with not Native Americans, as we are now finding magic to not the Black Plague that we might also have because we have like a little, okay, it's not on our face. Yeah, I keep seeing bits. Isn't it like pseudo-new or... Funny you should say that, because, like, I will be honest with you. Like... Ooh, hang on. Why is it giving me two things? Oh, because one of them is 60 seconds. Alright, I got 60 seconds. Because, like, this came out before New World. Hey, Cody! There you go! You got your cookie! The Buccaneer slash colonization period. So yeah, this came out before the New World, and I feel like when Amazon was making their MMO, I feel like they might have taken like design inspiration from this time period, because I'm gonna be honest with you, this is some banging new clothes. So I honestly would like New World to be nice. I want to get into an MMO, so I have a week off next week. So, and I want to play with Thorin. Like, I've asked him, it's like, hey, would you like to come play a game one time? And he said, like, yeah, sure. So we just need to find a time. And knowing my luck, he's going to be like, oh, would you like to play Fallout 76 or Final Fantasy 14? I should play Destiny 2 with you. Maybe that should be my thing. Is like once a week. I'll just like, maybe on the weekends. Maybe that's my Sunday where I'm like, alrighty. Just like like a backseat gaming sort of session where it's like, today's multiplayer pick is Destiny 2, and who is going to help guide me through this adventure? Here's Cody. And then like, oh, you want to play Final Fantasy 14? Here's Thorin. And then, oh, you want to learn 3D? Here's no, we're not going to learn 3D on this stream. I'm going to be honest with you. There's too much not safe for work stuff I want to learn, and all of my questions about 3D are all not safe for work related. Okay, we're done waiting outside. Given, like, it can be controversial given the colonization and conquest of nature. It is controversial. Can go on Pictario when I stream there. Yeah, that's true. Honestly, how is that not, like... Oh, wait. Okay, I was about to say, how is live streaming, like, pornography not a thing? But then I realized, like, cam girls are and all that kind of such are, like, legitimate things. That's not a... Like, live streaming porn is not a newfangled technology.
Our discussions were very fruitful.
I feel like live streaming pornography came before Twitch streaming, and it's because of the pornography that they were like, wait, hang on, what if we streamed video games instead? There's more people playing video games than having sex.
Attacked by the neighboring clan.
Mordoon, the chief of the village of
I feel like I should have been, like, listening to some important dialogue
he is
here.
among those who think that the people of your island are only here to take from us. But his village...
What about live streaming VTuber porn?
If you could convince him to meet us,
Nah.
we could reach an understanding. Allowing the
But maybe if they were
through
3D.
his territory.
Maybe if they were, like,
Without
3D
this, I am
VTubers.
afraid we would not be able to make a commitment.
You gave them ideas.
Peace and trade
I
are linked.
have not given them any
Our
ideas
merchants risk
whatsoever.
their
I don't know what
lives
you're
to come
talking about.
I am sure that you will manage to convince him that the Renaik say are not all bad.
I can try, at least.
Radar. We will wait here and hope that you will...
Oh yeah, actually, speaking of my VC face doesn't have a shirt. I can export this thing without a shirt, I'm fairly sure. Oh, actually, I could probably make it... Ooh. It would be risky, but I could put a shape key in that hides the shirt. So then that way I can just go, like, click, and then it will, what's a mahoozy? It will, like, hide the shirt. That would be something. Yeah, but that's foreboding on Twitch. Yeah, that's true. So, yeah. Oh, actually, back to the thingy-majiggy I was gonna say. So, Wilkie, the fucking brilliant artist that, you know, did the 3D model for moi, and then, you know, went back at it again and made some small improvements, such as making him ready to be a VTuber, and also, if I look straight at the camera right now, I'm not gonna have this huge schnauzer of a nose blocking both my eyes, so thank you for that one, by the by. That was, like, one of the best improvements. So, yeah, so I have this model, and I was like, oh, I don't think it's gonna be too hard to convert a VC face model into a VR chat. Like, you see loads of Blender tutorials where people just steal like, Half-Life characters or anime girls and such, and they're like, oh, I'll just put them in VR chat. And I'm like, oh, imagine if I tried that with my own model. I just need to ask Wilkie for permission. Little did I know, there is a polygon count limit to models and such you can put onto VR chat for performance reasons. If you go over a certain number, they're like, this is not a good idea. And when I did it, to put into context, the limit is 70,000. So, you know, not as many as Lady Tsu's ass, but, you know, enough to get the model. Yeah, my thing was 250,000 because of all my clothes. To be honest, I made it like an actual horse face, maybe a bit too much. That's still a lot. Yeah, I'll do a double check, because, like, maybe I imported the wrong thing? I'll do a double check. Yeah, because I swear I grabbed, like, this zebra. You're probably exporting too high of a poly shirt. I probably am, to be honest, so maybe that's the thing. There's a, like... And also, like, when you... there's also, like, a lot of textures, and they recommend that you should really minimize, and... There's a lot of things I should, like... You know, dumb me. I was like, oh, I should just press this button and see what happens. Press, and I get like 9 different warnings. It's like when someone decides to plagiarize Harry Potter and try and submit it as a new book. You need to, like, do a little more than Control F and replace Harry with Ron. Alright, where was I going? I was doing something questy, like... Oh yeah, there's all this region here. But then there's... Organize a meeting between Ulan and Mordoon. Travel to the captain of the outpost. Scout the harbor master's office. There's a lot of things we can do. What's the side quest telling us? Okay. So we are still... Oh wait, maybe I can just travel. Oh no, we are actually going to find a new place. That'll be cool. I think it would be the hair. I've seen a few of Wilkie's avatars on VC, and between the ones he posts and the ones on VC, a lot look like hair. Had to be removed or altered. Possibly. It's going to be a work in progress right now, like, frankly. And the thing is that right now the amount of time I'm putting towards working full time and then streaming, like, because streaming I use as like my, oh, rather than just, you know, play video games in my free time, let me just, you know, stream my free time. So
Poison on my blade. Let's go.
Greenblood, there's something I would like to talk to you about.
I'm listening.
I recruited a young
Trying
man
to say.
for the guard a few months ago.
did I
Talented.
mute myself?
Very talented and honorable. I've been tracking his progress, and I learned that he's been sent to the barracks in New Serene. I
No.
would like you to meet him so that you can give me your opinion.
My opinion? On what?
Ever since our
did
departure
it
from
s-
Serene, I've spent... But I have clear standing orders to assure the protection of Constantine.
I see. You've been thinking this recruit might be a...
Precisely. I can see that you're busy with... We'll see to this later. Anything else?
I must leave you.
I was not listening at all to what Kirk had to tell me. Sorry. What were this? So, coffee, see, same here. Yeah, the whole hair I did, like, da-da-da. Did I mute myself? I didn't think I... Your mouth was moving, but nothing was coming out. Damn. That sucks. Where was I in my train of thought? But yeah, there's, like, a lot of things I want to do, and it's, like, some of the stuff I want to do just takes time. Like, I'm not going to accomplish it in the 2 hours I have normally. Like, because best case scenario, I finish work at 4. I only take half an hour to get home. So that gives me about, you know, an hour to, you know, clean myself up or get changed, get into comfy codes, which I wasn't able to do today, and then start streaming. And then when I'm done streaming, I have maybe an hour to try and get to sleep. And then I'm asleep. So yeah, so I have, like, at best 2 hours, at worst no time at all on the days I work and stream at the same time to do fun activities or, you know, learn to do things. So, and yeah, seeing if I could just, you know, convert the 3D model I have, thanks to Wilkie, into a VR chat model was like one of those things of like, oh, I wonder, like, how cue Jeremy Clarkson saying, how hard can it be? It is a little tricky. It's why you pay for 3D artists to do things. They're godly artists that not only make you look good in one angle, but make you look good in 360 degrees. Ah! Boop! Yep. Bonk. So yeah. It's why it helps to stream on your off days. I have like 2 off days, Saturday and Sunday. And I like to keep Sunday as like proper free because that's when I catch up on, you know, TV shows and such. I highly recommend The Owl House, by the by. That is a good that's a good TV show, cartoon based and such. And it's coming on, I think it's Disney, and it's coming at a time after, you know, Adventure Time, Voltron. Those bears are going to do more than boop you. So yeah. So The Owl House is a cartoon TV series. It's come out after Adventure Time and a lot of other Renaissance era works. And one of the things that they've introduced, and they introduced this in the first season, mind you. So they didn't even have like time to slow burn this and trick the studio and saying, haha, you got to let me play this plot line, otherwise you're going to tank your merchandise. They did this in the first season. This could have really like caused them problems. But they have like, they're making a canonical chance for shipping girls. Like girl on girl, like wholesome lesbianness. And they did this in the first season where one of them wants to take them to prom, and it's really cute, and they dance. Gives me the same feelings as like Gravity Falls. Alex Hirsch is also voicing in the Owl House, so that's probably why. But anyway, back to the thingamadiggy. So the Owl House in their first season, not like seasons later on, in their first season, are just canonically making it that the female protagonist and that there's a main female love interest. King is adorable. Yeah, that's voiced by Alex Hirsch. So yeah, and they did that in the first season, and so amazingly enough, that worked out fairly well. And the showrunner pointed out that when they were gonna do that, there was gonna be a little bit of pushback because the Disney's execs were like, "Hey, I don't think this is a good idea." And bless them, because it's a fight, no doubt, but they were able to stand up and say, "Why?" Because we were able to see this get done with Steven Universe and these other shows, and then Disney execs are just sort of like, we'll get back to you. And then they just never brought it up again. So, Ida is old meeps. Ida is like a feisty woman. She's great. Like, honestly, like, watch Owl House, okay? It's a good show. And it's like, it has an overarching plot. The magic system is actually of curiosity because, like, you know, there's the normal houses, but clearly you don't have to stick to one house or the other, as pointed out by Ida with what she can do, and then... it's a good show. You should watch the Owl House. Also, there's furry bait, so you're gonna enjoy it. Did you see King's recent dance outfit was based on one from Evangelion? I did not. I did not know that was a thing. Alright, so that's the region of Connect. What the? Why are they saying organize a meeting between here and here? Like, oh, it's a that way. I was so confused. Wait a sec. How the fuck am I supposed to get up there? Level 3. How am I gonna get up there? Oh, maybe there's another way. You'll link me the comparisons later? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you know where I am on Discord and such. Gosh darn it. There's so much, like, linking things. Maybe I do need to get a Discord together. I just don't want to manage the Discord. Ah! Wolves! Or... Veligs! Alright, so another thing that the game just wants to be like, oh, that they're not this, is not wolves. Aw, oh, damn it. I wanted to make that gunshot like the last thing I had to do. It's like, ah, yes, we've gone through a massive sword fight, and then, boom, gun. Oh, that's another thing I need to do, is I need to add a quote-unquote gun to my model, so then that way he can, like, hold out a gun as if he's, like, you know, holding chat at gunpoint or something like that. I don't know, just for dumb reasons. Maybe I threaten someone like Meeps for taking all the cookies. Oh my gosh, what if I, like, one day made it so that there's only so many cookies that can be redeemed in a stream? Oh my gosh, that would be funny. And I would just make it a... I want cookies. Okay, maybe Cody wants cookies too, but... Could you imagine if I put scarcity on the cookie emoji? Like, people could only redeem it, or, like, it could only be redeemed so many times on stream. And so, like, at the end of the stream, I'd be like, ah, here's the person with the most cookies. I'd probably up the price of the cookie as well, so then that way there was, like, you know, artificial scarcity. You know, the classic American way. What is here? Oh, this is the cliff I would jump down from. And then, what's this? Oh, wow. Thank you for that slide. Whee! I like making my own, like, car noises. It's dumb, but stick with me. Also, I want to get into comfy gear at some point. Maybe I can do that here? Nah, you just take all the bog roll from Woolies. Bog roll. It's toilet paper, you I understand Australia likes their little slangs like bottle-o and aluminium. Ugh, it's aluminum. That's how you say it. It just sounds better. How is it that Australia, who likes making rhymey things, Dave-o, Dorito, oh, and bottle-o, Macca's and such, but when it came to the element aluminum, you guys are like, it's aluminium. Like, you had to put a lot of effort into your mouth to make those words. Whereas aluminum, like, that just sounds like blah. It's like blah. Like, I feel like aluminum is easier to put into lyrics than aluminium. Like, come on, Australia. Okay, I can't use any of that junk. Yay. We can now press on. Boop. I just say alfoil. Yeah, okay. Alfoil works. I think US says, like, tin foil. Don't know why. Foxes! Get back here. Stop. Ready. Oh, there you are. Wait, I lost you in the trees! Where are you? Oh, well, I lost him. They need to give it, like, games need to give us pets to pet. Like, Ghost of Tsushima was fantastic. Like, you went through, like, this chasing after foxes through, like, a little obstacle course, and you went to a shrine, and you pray to it in thanks, and then the fox was right there, and so what you do is you go and pet the fox, and, oh, they're just so cute. Meeps returns with snacks. Did you bring snacks to share? It's okay, you don't need to share them. I know that you don't know how to share. This is assuming your snacks are cookies. Hey, look! Satan horse. Thank you, Kurt, for telling me that things are about to get dicey. Did you bring enough the whole class? Oh, wait. Still got armor. Ow! Look at this hefty boy! You need to... Where the hell did you go? Don't run away. We're busy killing you. Thank you, Kirk, for telling us that things are about to get dicey. Oh, Meeps, you weren't here for this, but what do you think of the idea of limiting the number of cookies that can be requested on stream? So, like, there's a limit to how many there will be. Not, like, 1 an hour, but I'm saying, like, oh, like, you can only have, like, 100 cookies redeemed in a stream, and then at the end of the stream, it's like, here's the person with the most cookies. Is that an actual question? It is an actual question. When have I asked you rhetorical questions? This is a good question, isn't it? Like, what are your thoughts on a scarcity that a product that doesn't have scarcity but is artificially insinuated? You think it'd be fun? Oh. I think it'd be fun. I'd win. That is some confidence. I will need to see about this. I may also raise the price of those cookies during that time. Maybe I'll make that for, like, my entire weekend or something. Like... Oh, there goes Meeps with a cookie. I need to figure out, like, how to keep track of people who... Because I know Stream Elements can keep an eye on some things. I wonder if I can keep an eye on the number of cookie redeems. So I'll make it, like, something like you can only request a cookie, like, once every 30 seconds or something, just so then that way you can at least get the animation. I'm not doing an artificial scarcity right now, Meeps. I haven't turned that on. There's work I need to do to make that a viable thing. Ooh, hey, another wolf. Oh my god, they have tusks? Oh my god, it's like Alexi's booth. Like he's like Alexi had, there's this werewolf named Alexi. He's in one of the discords I'm in. And he has this hold on a sec. Let me just like, all right. I just need to be close enough so that if this gets clipped, I can at least see, like, oh. See, he's got like a little, he's got tusks. They're werewolves with tusks. How crazy is that? Oh my goodness. The fear factor. If you like all of a sudden had wolves with massive tusks, you'd just like be, oh no, I don't care if they're in a pack or on their own. I don't want to mess with them. Also, where in the world am I? Did I somehow get... Oh wait, hey, a treasure chest. Needies. Obsidian... Another obsidian saber. Where am I trying to go? Alright, so there's thingamadiggies here, and then... So that's traveling, that's traveling... Okay, so we want to go... north to get out of the hot springs / swampiness. And then west. Turkey! Turkey dead. Yum. Oh. Oh, hey, it's the mole rat sharks. There we go. Lol. All of you just wanting... What in the world is that ugly thing? They look weird. They look big. What in the world is that? Oh! A mini-boss. Okay. Oh, wow. They have a really wide, thingamadiggy. Get out of the swamp. Oh, it even has titties as well. What the hell? Yeah, let me just solo this. Of course, it has a swiping thing. Oh, Jesus. I dodged. That's bull. I dodged that. Alright, potions. Let's have a look. Let's see. Armor ointment? There we go. I rolled, didn't I? Well, it's a swamp hag thing, so it doesn't surprise me. Alright, note to self. We're not fighting that thing again. Cool, alright, we didn't lose too much track. Like... Cool, another chicken dead. And then... Alright, so we see it over there. We're not gonna move any closer. A part of me wants to fight it, though. Like, I feel like if I could somehow, like, if I could maybe somehow, like, move these guys about, maybe that would help. But as far as I know, there isn't any means of controlling the other peeps. Like, so yeah, it's like there's all these shortcuts. You can do interactions and you can change your fight. Like, you have all these, like, personal things you can do, but the two companions, like, nothing. I don't think I can command them to do something else. Like, they'll just do their own thing instead. Also, the system of figuring out when I'm, like, unbalanced and such is not as great as Dark Souls. At least that one, like, wants you to be, like, relatively quick and accurate and gives you... I wasn't paying attention. Trouble, 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 and over again. Yeah, so I need to go over there. Let me get these blackberry thingamadigs, and then... Cool. Okay, cool. The poison took care of that. Yay, and I got some obsidian too, which is nice for crafting purchases, which I haven't yet gotten up to a good enough level, but let's ignore that. No, do not. I was worried for a second they were going to try and engage with that swamp hag. Again, like, it's like I rolled well out of the way and then I just still get, like, thrown. Like, yeah, cool, thanks. Dink. At least I leveled up. At least I got that going for me, which is nice. And I get, like, more leather and scales. Hey, look, a deer! Can I shoot it from here? Hey, deer. Easiest hunt I've seen. Maybe I should go into one of those hunting games. Does anyone remember those, like, hunting games? Or it was, like, Caleb's Big Hunt or whatever like that? You had to, like, search for them, and then you only had, like, a rifle, and... I wonder what those would be like. And then we have weird... Ooh. Give me a few. I want to grab this thing. Yep. Thank you. I now get a skill point. Yay, I got 2. I can put them into things. Ding, ding, ding. This allows me to anoint my blades. This allows me to do file bombings. Allow the use of rifles instead of pistols. Yep, destroys more armor. That's what we like. And causes a greater loss of balance. Cool. And nothing there. Cool. Ooh, but I can check. Same thing as that one, so not really all that worth. And then, let's see. So we got scout tunics. Not really all that worthwhile. Meeps gets another cookie, it seems. Nice boots. What about you, Kirk? Anything you would like? Yeah, I'm keeping my leather. I'm keeping my elegant tricorn. So, a name for the family. Find the queen. Talk to the captain at the outpost. Talk to Kirk about his young recruit who may be missing in action. Alrighty, needy. So, a lot of things we can do. Alright, what are these lizard things? Look like weird dinosaurs. I'm just getting rid of the armor so then that way they're a little bit easier to attack with. Oh, that thing got killed because of the lot of things. Cool. And then Beast Essence. Hopefully it gives us something good, all this Beast Essence. And then... Ooh, a page from Professor Seraphidin's journal. It is fascinating. This guardian genuinely resembles the swamp. I was making the inventory of our remaining supplies when a dreadful smell reached my nostrils. A greenish cloud had just appeared near me. I immediately started running, but some of our men who were closer and breathed the gas collapsed. The cloud must have been poisonous, and I am afraid the only way to escape it is to never stay in one place for too long, or to take antidotes as a preventative measure. Needies. So that must be like the weird swamp hag we had to deal with. Dink dink. Too bad we don't have any antidotes around. Or at least not many. And then, let's see, so that's a dead end. So we want to go the opposite way now. Come on. Rotating around. There we go. Oh, hey, hello. Oh. Why are they... Oh, do they only, like, attack at a certain region? Is that the... Oh, that's interesting. Didn't know that was a thing. Okay. Yeah, and there's no point going in that direction, so yeah, we'll just go this way. Interesting. So, running is a viable option. This guy, we're going to get rid of the armor on just to make him easier to kill. Same for this one. Oh, Jesus, I didn't realize I was out of... There we go. Oh, it heals the rest of my crew as well when I drink that health potion. Okay, that's useful. Just not when they're dead. Okay, so it's good to know that, like, potions I'm utilizing affect other peeps. That's cool. That's neat. They don't really explain some of the party mechanics very well in this. It seems like the party was just an afterthought, it seems. Oh, hey, a deer. Let me shoot it. Great shot, Charles. No, I don't get any leather for that? Okay. Where is this? Oh, we can... Somehow there's a reason we can go this direction for traveling. And then another campsite here. That's lovely. Apparently there's like 5 campsites we can go to. Ah, throat. Oh, hey, it's natives. Cool. The village of Vighogolsub. Vighogs... The village of... Okay, so there it is up... Wait, oop. The village of Vighogolsub. Vighogolsub. No, I'm not gonna be able to say that properly. Let's just say the village of Viddle. Ooh, what's this fella? Nice pet. Cool, another skill point. This will be useful. Yay, it will be useful. Allow me to utilize rifles. Dink. Firearm. Oh wait, I'm not holding onto a rifle. Let's have... I was meant to talk to someone. No. Peculiar Alliance. There we go. Okay, cool. It is in that direction. All right. And it's not too far away. 80 meters doesn't seem that far. If I know where I'm going. Yep, this seems like the right direction. Cool, cool. And there's a little travel thingamadiggy here, which is nice. Alrighty, so if I open these... Morden's Abode. Hello, Morden.
What are you doing here, and I say? Your kind are not welcome in my village.
What do you mean, your kind?
Ulan, the king of
Hold on a sec, I need to get into
wants
comfy
to establish
clothes.
a trade agreement and sign a peace treaty with the governor of Hikmet.
This sounds like something he would do. All he ever thinks about is picking up the crown left behind by the Renaigse. All of that in hope of breathing new life into his village, while insulting the memory of the deceased men and women who lived there.
Hikmet's emissary will only sign if their merchants can move freely and in peace. They want to meet you.
I am not like him. I am a Donea Exregao, a proud man.
Eggs raw? Is that what he said?
Slav.
Eggs raw?
The Renaigse cannot be trusted.
Yeah, hold on a second, I need to adjust myself.
And only
Bonk,
seek to trap
bonk,
us.
there we go. Try to take advantage of his pride.
The Donea Exregao I have met were fearless, and yet you are running away from a mere meeting. By refusing to negotiate, you are only showing weakness, nothing else.
Not Freddy. The worst part is that you are right.
Yeah.
We cannot refuse this meeting without appearing weak. Fine. I will meet Ulan and his emissary. But I will not go to his village. Tell them to find me at Lambristel.
Ah.
I will be there in a few hours.
I will tell them right away. Thank you, Mordun.
Yay, Mordoon.
Congratulations. This is some fine legate work. Convincing a man that stubborn and full of hatred could not have been easy.
It was easy. It's as if I just had to select a dialogue option. Alright, is there anything else around here? Nope, there's just a camp there, traveling there. More exploration over there, but we'll leave that for another time. Ooh, there's a lot of exploring and things. Okay. Interesting. Traveling. We need to inform the village. We must inform the village. Think. Yay, I can now use the Explorer's Blunderbuss. And let me just put away all this junk. Dunk, there we go. Oh, hey, new... Oh, wait, scouts. They're scout tunics, aren't they? Alright. We'll go over here, and we'll start, like, you know... Well, no, not upgrading them. Recycling them. Alright, so that's a guard, so that's a tracker's tunic. More of those tunics. Let's see. So, a light apprentice's caftan? Nah. Alright, and then we have all these gloves. Cool. And then the boots we'll get rid of as well. Oh, wait. These are better quality boots? Oh, because of the elemental resistance. It's like no other advantage. Oh, but we can put things onto them. Hold on a second. So we can put engraved grease, some two-tone, some plate, and some inlaids. So the inlaids give us armor and a lot more balance. This one gives us a lot more armor and some balance. 6 and 6. Honestly, this is a really cool crafting system. I will definitely be up for putting more points into crafting because of things like this. Let's see. I'm gonna put them into... I haven't yet seen the benefit of having like a high balance, quite frankly, because a lot of the times I'm getting hit, it's like just a guarantee I'm getting fallen over. So I think I'm gonna go for like heavier armor. There we go. That way. So if I wear... Yep, so this gives me... Alright, and then... So those are engraved, so if I... Yep. Donk. Bah. So now if I wear those, yep, those are just dramatically better. There we go, and then... Back up to here. Ding, dong. Bing. Yep, so we'll recycle those. Alright, let's have a look. So those are the boots you're wearing. Oh, you're not wearing any sort of upgrades. Alright, let's give you some plate upgrades. That way you've got something on your feet. And then, let's have a look. So you've got sturdy shoulders, you got a lock pouch. Why do you have a lock pouch? Like, you don't do lock picking. So that gives you vigor, that gives you... Oh, both of these give you... So Talisman gives you vigor, Sacred Skull gives you vigor, and then Flask gives you science, and this gives you lockpicking. There we go. Science. Oh wait, hold on a second, what am I thinking? I need to give you something cool. Ah, that looks cool. And then, ooh... Okay, I like that engraved gauntlet. And then you're wearing a hunter's tunic. I'm wearing the sailor's outfit. You are wearing the lockpicks and... Yep, lockpick sound makes sense with you. And then I'll give you the ornate collar. That looks nice on you. Alright, now we can go on with our little adventure. Yum. 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 Zoomy. No, that wasn't very zoomy. Imagine if I was like Sonic.
Mordoon is willing to meet you at Lanristal to sign a peace treaty.
Wow, it was meant to be a
accomplished
peace.
negotiator and diplomat,
I didn't realize it
Your
was a peace
Excellency.
treaty.
I knew you would succeed. Thanks to you, the whole region will be at peace.
Do you know where this place is, Ulan?
Of course, in our language, Lanristal means Glade of Promises. It is a sacred place, one whose peacefulness must be respected. It bodes well.
In that case, we should go there at once.
Yes.
I really
All
hope the
fine.
natives don't
Come
get
back
like
to see me soon.
backstabbed by
And if
foreigners in
luck
this
is
one,
on our
honestly.
side, we will celebrate peace together.
This Ulan is about as forthright as a backtracking donkey. I'm almost certain he's plotting something.
What?
I suddenly feel the urge to go to Lanristel. I hear it looks wonderful this time of year.
And if we want to see this encounter, we should leave now.
Yep, come on. Alright, how long is it gonna tend the negotiations? So... Where do they want us to go? Oh, okay. So it's not like... It's not a crazy distance. Cool. It's just 6 minutes. Dash. Alright. Excuse me. Bum 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 bum. Yum. Yum. Am I going the right way? Yep, I'm going the right way. Yep, still the right way. I'm not great at reading maps and remembering the full, like, thingamabig. Not too great at that. Minimaps helped me quite a bit. And then it's these glades here, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Mordoon is being attacked. Let's go and rescue him.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Should have known.
Adloredar, thank you for coming. You saved me.
Beavis!
That
Pepsi.
accursed Ulan. I should have known he would betray us both. My men are dead, and now I am injured. He achieved exactly what he wanted in the end. I will have to join another clan if I do not want my whole village to suffer the consequences of my defeat.
I'm sorry, Mordoon. I really am.
You were deceived, just like I was. Sometimes, among the stones, there can be snakes. Farewell, on Almanawi. And do not let yourself be betrayed again.
Man, I'm kind of annoyed that that was actually a... Because here's the thing, that was a clever double cross. If it wasn't for the fact we, like, ran there to help, like, they would have easily have been able to be like, oh, the savages, like, attacked us and desecrated your peaceful notion. We were asserted these benefits, and they did not adhere to them. So you could have easily have, like, had people lie and cheat for the things. All right. Ding. Time to run back, accuse Ulan of being a dick, and demand some reprimations. We're allowed to do that. We're not the Spanish. We're the pseudo-fantasy Spanish. Oh my gosh, there's like blood on my boots. That's pretty cool. Sounds like something from a CRPG? What's a CRPG? I'm not familiar with the acronym. Well, I'm not too sure what the C part is. Is it competitive role-playing game, or is it something else? Running. Slam open the doors and demand an audience. Sup?
Traitor! This meeting was meant to establish peace, and yet you have exclusively sent armed men.
Mordoon was a Denea ex-Regao. He would have never accepted an agreement with the Renaig Say. He would have endlessly attacked our merchants and our allies' caravans. We had to protect ourselves if we were to make these exchanges possible. So we did.
By lying and manipulating me.
I am sorry, but I was unsure that you would agree to help us if I told you the truth. I understand your anger, but keep in mind that we are now at peace, thanks to you. You
Emulate
are now at
tabletops.
Karamsa
Oh, okay.
Vignamri, and should you seek it, you will always have our assistance. Anything else?
What do you think of people from the continent?
Many of our people would love, but I would not. It is thanks to them that the Lions have powerful the Lugaid Blau. Your people offer us.
Lugaid Blau. Is this what you call the congregation?
It means yellow eyes, because there seem to be round yellow eyes on your flags.
They're
What?
coins. And what does Teleme offer you?
The men of the sun seldom come here, but their match. I wish my brothers would understand. Anything else?
Nope.
I'm...
He played the game. He played us very well. Excuse me while I steal some of your stuff, and we'll be on our way. Alrighty. No, let's press J. So, we have our main quests to do. And then, in the name of science, we need to talk to a, these... Yep, so that's going to take us 9 hours to travel. That's fine. Should get us there in, like, the quote-unquote evening. No, we can't sell any of our junk here. Oh, wait, no, those are purchasing. All right, let's see if we can sell... Yay, a bracelet. Cool. So, ancient claymores requiring agility 2. It's a big longsword. Strengths. Fine rings. Ooh, that's a cool saber. Whoa, hang on. I might get an alert from work. Ah, okay. Whew. Alrighty, incident resolved. Someone called the helpline, the after hours helpline. This doesn't normally happen. Like, one sec, let me swap over to just chatting real quick. So yeah, someone had an emergency after hours, and it is my turn to manage that phone line for the next week. We swap over on like Tuesdays or Mondays. Normally, there isn't anything that actually happens after hours that's like, a crazy emergency that is within the confines of my team / skills. But turns out, this problem very much was. So, was able to help out, resolve the problem, make sure it doesn't make sure people who, you know, had the problem had their own means of solving it as well, because I am not too sure why it decides to stop working, but, you know, that's tomorrow's issue, figuring out why all of a sudden everything is being seen as malicious content. But now everyone has a solution for, you know, when it happens to them personally, because, quite frankly, it's a very quick and easy solution. Not at the same level of have you tried turning it off and on again, but it's a solution. So, but now I can get back into the games. Actually, I also need to put in a little marker. Beep. In case I forget. So now we can get back into the games. Now, hopefully, there isn't any work content sitting on the desktop. I don't think so. What does the studio say? Is the studio going to be ready for when I want to play this game? Yes, it is going to be ready for when I want to play this game. So, back to... God damn it. Some reason OBS just doesn't know how to properly function with programs when I'm not, like, in the active window with them. You doing alright there, Vasco? Like, having your foot in the fire? I'll give you a minute. Maybe you'll actually scream. Nope, he doesn't want to actually scream. Alright, we need to go talk to a captain about some merchant shit. Hopefully I wasn't gone for too long. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. There we
Hello,
are.
Captain.
Your Excellency, what can I do for you?
Why is Kurt giving me such an evil
Governor
stare,
Burrow has asked me to
honestly?
help you fight against the caravan attacks. Could you tell me precisely what's going on?
For weeks we have been harassed by the savages. They're waiting for groups of soldiers or caravans to be out of sight of the outpost and attack with incredible violence. They don't just steal goods or equipment. They kill without mercy. Only one man survived their last attack. He's here in a sorry state.
Do you think he could answer a few questions?
Yes, but take it easy on him.
I'll make sure I do, Captain.
Whew. Alright, I haven't heard any responses back that what I provided people didn't work, so thankfully I can continue playing video games.
Hello there. My name
Hello
is
there.
Desardet. I'm the legate of the congregation. I was informed that your caravan was looted and that you were the sole survivor of the attack.
It's true, Your Excellency.
Ah.
It's awful.
Hello there.
The
Hello there.
violence.
Also,
We
why
followed
is it
the
going through the
recommended precautions
speakers?
to the
Like,
letter.
I swear,
useless.
like... talk to me about the circumstances of the attack.
We travelled all day. We were exhausted, and night was approaching.
Oh,
We knew we were not
the
very
long
far
night.
from the outpost, but we couldn't go any further. So we camped away from the road, trying to stay out of sight. Alas, it was in vain. That's when they struck, in the middle of the night.
Ask him about the circumstances.
Were there several attackers?
I counted 5, maybe 6, but others were hiding in the woods. I'm sure of it. If they only had their usual stone weapons, we may have hoped to escape them. But their
Wait,
weapons
what?
were inflamed.
Yeah.
I have never been so scared in my life.
What were you transporting?
Mostly food, but also herbs and other ingredients for scientists.
Oh,
Did
you
the
know those
attackers-
scientists had, like,
Everything
secret
was at work.
uranium in there for all we
I
know.
don't know if they intended to steal or destroy it. Unfortunately, my companions died while trying to protect our cargo.
Are you
Serious?
saying that the looters started by attacking your cargo?
Yes, Your Excellency. Maybe more of us would have survived if we'd all fled.
You mentioned recommended precautions.
Yes. Since attacks occur often, we were given a number of precautions to avoid them. Do not travel at certain times, do not camp near the road, do not light any fires. All of it was useless. It would have been better to recruit guards to escort us.
Based on what you're saying, the attacks were very targeted. They must have a camp near the outpost to monitor the road.
But what is
Yeah.
their goal? Why attack all the caravans along this route?
They must want to cut off the supply lines to Hikmet. We'll go to the scene of the attack. I might find something there to help track these rebels.
That was a big yawn. Yeah, weird that my sounds are coming out through the speakers rather than through the headset I'm wearing. Yep, I'm going the right way. Cool. So yeah. Welcome back, Wookie, by the by. Yonk. Zoomies. Ah, hey, look, another mole shark looking fella. Oh, damn, he hits you far. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have like a better weapon I can slot in this thingy. No, I don't. Okay, I thought I did. Yep, cool. Got some leather. That's nice. Got some bile. That's good. Awesome. Yay, you're back. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Hey, look, sheep. Hey! He ran at me. Ooh, you actually get leather from these guys. Okay.
Greenblood, tell me, do you remember? I would still like to present. I can see that you're busy with. We'll see to this later. Anything else?
I must leave you. The caravan was some distance from the road when it was attacked.
Wait, can I? Oh, what? I haven't gotten the... Oh, I need 2 levels in accuracy is why. Oh, that hurt. No, 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 no. What the? So you say, Kirk. Awesome. And we leveled up! Yay! Bum, ba, bum, ba. Alright, what did we get? Also, why is my bunk... There we go. My model was like just all over the place. Alright, so we can put 1 point into something, which we've already put into the rifle. Allows the application of alchemical preparations on weapons, which add an effect to the following hits. Oh, requires 2 points for that, never mind. Increase the fury generated on all attacks. Mowing... Setting trap. So big things require 2 points. Attacking with one-handed weapons deal damage. Can be chained faster. Cause a higher loss of balance. Donk. Two-handed. Armor breaker. Attributes. Talents. No. Alright. So level 13 for all those. Gosh, why do they have to pick a number like 13? Ooh. Higher balance. Lower armor. But we can slot something in there, which is nice, so... And it's of higher quality, too, technically. So we can definitely, like, grab something from there and put into those. I just need to remember to grab things to do that. Also, why is my chat not scrolling? There we go.
Here we are. Stay alert.
Alrighty, so...
The food has been destroyed. They clearly don't need it. which means that their camp should be close by. They must have died protecting their goods. How sad. These wounds appear to be caused by stone blades, the kind of weapons that islanders use. The crates are empty. Their entire contents have been destroyed. These goods were not meant to reach their destination. They acted quickly, methodically, and then left. But where are the bodies? Let's look around.
Grab some berries while we're at it. Also, is my mic? Yeah, I moved it off center. Oh, hey, a chest. Oh, what the? How do you like it? Getting poisoned instead of... Yes, Kirk, thank you. There we go. They're all dead. Yonk. Yonk. Alright, let's have a look at this. Gold coin, some ammo. Ammo's nice. Ammo's always good. And now we need to look for something back that way. Her. Okay, so now we're running in the opposite direction. Search the area for rebels. Hey, look, a camp. That'll be useful. Man, wouldn't it be convenient if they just ended up in our camp? Alright, so we can't do anything about those. We've got things here. We've got some stuff there. I got some new boots, so let's put something on them. Go. Hey, look. Bears. With tusks. Jesus. What is it with orc bears? Oh, that's a clever name. Orc bears. Why didn't they call them that? Instead, they called them ogs.
Body arranged like that. There's something in his pocket.
An unfinished letter from a merchant to his family. Things are about to get dicey. You're right, Wookie. Things are gonna get dicey. I am afraid this trip will be my last. We were very cautious. We even ate cold food every night because lighting a fire was too dangerous, and yet I feel as if we are being observed, and I am afraid they might attack us from one moment to... And then, obviously, he got caught.
He was in the caravan, but whoever attacked him decided to drag him here and feed him to the wild beasts.
With their beast essence and sharp fangs.
One must admit, it's an effective deterrent.
Like, look at these guys. Look how big their tusks are. It's crazy. But I feel like that's like a common, like, beastification move for when himbos want to be, like, monster buffers. Is like, oh, just give them square noses and give them tusks. Oh, I have an idea for Christmas. No, not Christmas. Halloween, that's it. I have an idea for Halloween. But I'll need to save it for another Halloween year. Yep, I should have. Oh wow, that was a lot of hit.
Things are about to get dicey.
There we go. Lol, Christmas. Look, Christmas is reserved for antlers, but I already have an idea for Christmas. I just need to get like I want an artist that does like clothes like really well, because I have another character named Taylor Matsumoto, a cyborg boy, like 90% augmented and such, and they're meant to come from like a cyberpunk reality. So the idea is that things are about to get feisty. So the idea is that they come from like a cyberpunk background where they were adopted or, you know, purchased from human traffickers and such. And the idea was that they were a clean slate of a person. There was like no criminal record. There was like no like conceivable like prior conditions to them. Like they were like they were the optional choice for a person who has who could like get augmented, and because they had no family and could be bought out of slavery and such, you could do whatever you wanted to them and, you know, indoctrinate them into your cause or whatever. So yeah, so a mega corporation basically purchases a person and converts them into their brand ambassador, which is what Taylor is. They're a brand ambassador for the Matsumoto Heavy Industries. And so it was also just an excuse to be able to have a titty boy and have a gender fluid individual for cool art. Anyway, the idea I had for one of my... Why is my mouse going like... Hold on a second. There we go. Nope, still... Why is it... Dink. Bonk? Okay, cool. Maybe the mouse won't move. So yeah, the idea was to have the Taylor Matsumoto in a dressing gown similar to Bill. I don't know. I can't remember his last name, but there was a guy named Bill, and in the Oscars, he, you know, stunned everyone because instead of just coming to the Oscars in a suit like a man does, he came to the Oscars with the top half was kind of a suit, but then it was like this really flowy gown. It was absolutely gorgeous. It looked like something, and it was in black, and I think it was felt, but it looked gorgeous, and he like fucking kicked ass with it. It looked awesome. So I wanted something like that for Taylor, and then I had to look at the music video Magnum Bullet. It has a deer, and he has this really cool hologram like antlers looking design. So I want Taylor to be in the dress with those kinds of antler designs, as if he's going to like a winter's ball or something like that. And there's one artist I had in mind, but I don't know when he's gonna be available. Oh my gosh, you hit hard. That's unfair. You done goofed.
Control. We're close to the target.
Move away. Things are about to get dicey. This reminds me of the Pro ZD video where it's like, I think that gentleman got the point, and then you just hear it over and over again, and then it's like 40 hours in. Oh my gosh, Balthazar, do you think maybe or maybe not the guy got the point? And then it's just like, boom, I think that enemy got the point. Oh, that's another one. A little bit of poison on my blade. Stop! Kirk, I swear to Christ, you keep saying that. I'm gonna swap you out for, like, the nature lady. He says it every yeah, like, maybe if he didn't say it so often, I would be fine. But he's saying it, like, in every combat. Oh my god, like... He's saying it every single time. I was like, let me just... Oh, what was that on my shoulder? Okay, I can't go up that thing. That requires vigor. Oh, hey, I forgot to pick up a loot thingy. There we go. Beast Essence. Yeah, I was honestly worried. Oh, hey, look. More of them. Sup, gentlemen?
Move
Are you gonna say this away?
Things are about to get dicey.
It's a one-on-one. How is this dicey? Oh my gosh. Is there? Okay, hold on a sec. Is there an option? Is there an option? Game. There's gotta be an option where I can just be like, you know, reducing the number of times he says this. It's just so ridiculous. Meeps! You dehimboed me again. Don't you want me to be all big and sexy looking? Why do you want me to be all thin and weak? Serial dehimboer. Exactly. Meeps just doesn't get it. Meeps just doesn't appreciate, like, the amount of effort Wilkie goes into for making me look all big and strong. Yeah, I'm running the opposite direction just because I want to confirm. No. Okay, I thought there would be, like, loot or something like that for going up that thing, but I guess not. Yum. 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 I need just strength for the rest of my shift. Oh, okay. You can have some of that strength. Might I interest you in a cookie? I think that's a yes.
Finally, here's the camp of the rebel natives.
Let's try talking to them before rushing in. They must have good reason to only attack the caravans that supply Hikmet.
You're not going to say anything about this, Kirk? Maybe how this might be a dicey situation? Here we go. Fallon de Glade. Okay. Sup, rebels?
Hello. Don't worry. I come in peace. I only wish to speak to your leader.
I am the leader of this camp, Renaikse. And who might you be?
My name is Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
I still don't understand what a legate is.
Are those the Lugaid Blau? The yellow eyes?
It's possible, yes. We live in the city south of the island.
That's right. We hold no grudge against your people.
Wait,
Talk.
what?
I'm listening.
I've come
Why
to
do they
speak
not
to you
hold
about
grudge
your
to the
attacks
merchants?
against all those who take the road to Hikmet.
The Lions only got what they deserve. They have captured many of our people. We must release them.
That's
Wait,
the price
what?
of war. If you fight, you risk men being taken prisoner.
I'm not talking about warriors, Renaikse, but villagers kidnapped in our villages.
What?
They mainly attack on Olmenawe, those carrying the mark of the bond like you. They capture them, and we never see them again. We don't know what they are doing to them, but we are going to release them.
I can tell you what they're doing. They're
But our
experimenting
merchants
on
have
them.
no role in this. They are not warriors. So why kill them?
They brought food and weapons back to our enemies. We could not let them pass. If your merchants had fled, we would not have pursued them. But they resisted, so they died. The city of Loyans is no longer to receive food or weapons.
You know what I realized? You guys don't
Nothing.
know, like, how
In that
lanky
case,
my top
I'm
half
sorry to
is.
tell you that you failed. The
I need
road
to, like-
is not the only way to transport goods. Many things are transported by sea.
Vasco, you idiot!
What you told me is true. I fully understand why
Don't
you're
tell the enemy that we have a better way.
About these
That's like
disappearances.
Turing telling the
As long
Germans,
as you
hey, we
spare
cracked
our
Enigma.
merchants.
You no longer need to worry
Need to
about
shape
it.
key. No, I shape
That
key the
was
shirt
our
too.
last
Like, it's
attack.
droopy.
Our
Like, it
troops
droops
are
down.
ready.
Like, hold on a sec. Let
And
me...
soon we will make
like,
the
watch this
Loyans
shirt.
pay for the harm
See?
it has brought upon us.
What are you talking about?
Look at that!
Soon, the Donea
See how the
Exarchate
shirt,
will
like,
march
does a
together,
thingy?
and we will free our brothers.
Can you guarantee that our merchants will now be able to take this road without risking their lives?
We need
always
to
stick my
we need to
word.
go thinner. No,
Time
Wolk,
to
we don't need to go
sacrifice is
thinner.
over.
No, we
Now
don't.
is the time of war.
We don't
I'm
need to
afraid
go
we're heading
thinner.
Straight into a massacre. But since
I
you
want my
promised me that our
muscles.
caravans will be
I want to
spared,
look like as if I
I
can
have
eat
fulfilled
10
my mission.
cheeseburgers and
Go in
not be
peace.
thin for that.
We should prepare ourselves.
Ooh. Hi there, Titus Lupus. How's the big egg Lupus going? How's the big wolf? Anyway, hold on a sec. Let me go over to my break room real quick. So let me just get VC face and this is gonna be annoying. So if I go, okay, so there we are. So Alt. So we zoom out. So they see this. Bam. Look how thin these arms are. Never mind the big meaty hands here, but look how thin the arms are. Granted, the shirt isn't doing two stick arms, exactly. If I had leap motion, I would definitely like have, you know, the arms doing something, but so far I don't. So I think I was here, wasn't I? Maybe the shirt doesn't go small enough. There's like, also if you like look carefully, you can see that the shirt like has no inside, so it just turns transparent, weirdly enough. Like you can see it on the back of the collar. So that's just like tiny. I'm not like super tiny. Like look at this. I'm still like stonky bottom half. Like I didn't skip leg day. Hey, you get a cookie. Good for you, Meeps. You get a cookie. All right, yeah, this is about where I was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, okay, so back to stonkies. Back to stonkies and back to our game, which, yep, there we go. Oh, cool. Is that a cave that goes somewhere? No, it is not. Gosh darn it. Yeah, no back faces. So yeah, that was something I actually recently learned is back face textures. There's there's a YouTuber who does like some cool stuff. I'm trying to remember her name. It's not Fomit or it's like she's like this really like softly spoken girl who's it's something beginning with the letter S. Anywho's, they've given me like they've been really cool with tutorializing things like how to, you know, use the particle systems in VC Face and small things such as, you know, adjusting the like, you know, doing cool things like shape keying materials, so then that way like when you do an expression change or something like that, you can change like the texture or whatever. So ooh. Hawthorne. Wait, is there something else for me to do? What's the next key? Oh, okay, we're heading back there. Cooly doolies. Are we just running all the way back? Is that the trick? We can't just fast travel to... No. Okay. Oh, hey. Borage. Zoom, zoom. Alright, next game, I need to have one that can make me go zoomies, like, fast. I'm talking like...
I hope I will not regret letting them go. They are so full of hatred for the Alliance.
You've heard what their leader said. They will do anything to free their own. And if they are actually ready for a pitched battle, there will be piles of corpses.
I have to admit that the story of this attack is concerning. We should talk to Captain Reinhild about it. We can also inform him that the convoys will now be running smoothly.
Alrighty. Oh, hey, berries. Boom. So yeah, so next, going to upgrade your speed to cheetah. I don't think there's an option to upgrade the speed of things, but you know, it's just something I'm thinking of. Like, I want to be like, you know, Spider-Man swinging fast and all that. So, all right. Oh, hey, we have an old blackened bundle. So 297, 54. This one does more stun and a Fury and elemental damage. Alright, let's see what's... I still can't look at... That's such a silly grip. Look at this grip. Like, compensating for something. Also, it's like really white. Like, I feel like they really, you know, made it a little too reflective. Like, when it's at this angle where it's dark, it's like, yeah, it's cool, but then you swing it over here and you're like, oh gosh, I'm looking at a white beam of light. Right. This short cherry one, however, looks lovely. And we have good cherry walnut, and then that's Fury. Yeah, let's go with this one. Regulation pistol. An old blackened Bundibust. Which is still weaker than... Gosh darn. Thought it'd be stronger, but okay. Oh wait, I can use this to travel. What am I thinking? Nope. Cute. There we go. And then go to the outpost camp. That way I can just like spin around and go whoop, running this way. Over the bridge and far away. Hello, Captain.
Hello, Captain.
Your Excellency, what can I do for you?
Talk about the end of the
I
attacks.
managed to trace the rebels who attacked the
You eliminated them.
No, that's not necessary. But you must know that this group is part of a much bigger army. An army that is ready to go to...
We have been at war with the rebels for a long...
They did not speak of skirmishes, but of a pitched battle. They want to free their imprisoned comrades and will stop at nothing to do so.
This is terrible news. I'll send a message to Governor. Thank you for warning us, Your Excellency. I know it's not much, but I hope you'll accept this.
Thank you, Captain.
Woo. Thank you. Alright, so something over there. Thingy-madiggy's there. Oh, new hat? Grenadier's Cadet Turban. No. And then some gloves. And what are the boots like? Oh my gosh, that tool's not right. Okay. Let's have a look. So we got exploration, the arena thing. We can find a queen, deal with Kirk. Let's go meet the whatever the Mahuzi, the religious folks. Let's go talk to them next, which requires a little bit of fast traveling. So then that way we can just like jump to the region we need to be. Nope, again. Q. No, not that Q. This Q. Okay, let's go... Actually, let's go to the port quarter. It'll take us approximately a day, which is fine. Inventory. Alright, store that, because we can't use it yet. Put all that away. Oh, we can put some of this stuff away. Wait, does it weigh? Oh no, it weighs nothing to hold this stuff. That's good. And then this stuff weighs something. 22 bullets of ammo. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. We need to break down some of this stuff, however. Because it is just absolute garbage. And then... Wait, I can't break down the hats? What is this craziness? Okay. Why not? Oh no, I don't want to buy, I want to sell. Alright, here we go. Fashionable hat. There we go. And then purchasing things. Let's go with ammo. Let's see. An antidote. Wow, I don't have a lot of money. Bink. There we go. Onwards and outwards.
Here we are. We have a good view from here. The harbour office is well guarded, both outside and inside. Getting through the main entrance is impossible.
There must be a blind spot. There's always one.
You
Oh,
could
my
dress
back is
as a
stuck.
lot and go through the back door, but someone may recognize you inside.
I'll need to be much more discreet. A potion could help me.
That is an option, yes, but since I'd rather avoid hurting any knobs, I made some inquiries. The harbour office has an arrangement with Dieter from the brothel. Girls come every night with wine.
I see. You want us to spike the wine so that they sleep during our search.
It's a
Hey,
proven
clever.
technique, and I can assure you they do not sniff the wine before drinking it.
I already have a sleeping potion on me. Right, let's go see this Dieter at the brothel.
Acquire sleeping pills. We already got those. Cool. Also, I just realized the little dot thingamadiggy is still there. Let's get rid of it. There we go. Okay, so we need to go to a brothel. Now, hopefully, we're not idiots when we go to this brothel. Where is it? No, where is the brothel? There it is. Why didn't they show us this little marker next time? Convince Dieter. Okay. Oh, the brothel's just... It's in the same place as all the other junk. You want a drink? This place. You want brothels? This place. You want to fight? This place. My goodness, like... Drunk, stonky women. This is what I want. Okay, so we need to go downstairs. Great. It's another... Fighting and fucking, it seems. Hello? Wow, this is like such a quiet brothel. You could hear a pin drop or a penis penetrate.
Yes, why? You looking to have a good time?
No, I'm looking to, like,
It seems
organize
like
your
you're sending
drinks.
girls and wine to the harbour.
So?
No, and I'm not.
Listen, Dieter, we just wanted to add a secret...
What? Are you joking?
We were thinking more of sleeping pills.
Listen, I have nothing against a little prank, but I can't...
I
Offer
did
a
not
bribe.
think for a moment to request this service without offering you fair compensation for your efforts.
Ah, now you're speaking my language. If those are the terms, I'll even put gunpowder in it.
Oh.
So then, we agree?
Yes, that's fine. Tonight your friends will receive their delivery. Seasoned.
Wahahaha,
Now,
seasoned.
potion.
Awesome.
Thanks to Dieter, you should be able to slip into the harbour master's office after dark. But you should still dress as one of us, just to make sure you avoid confrontation.
Good idea. I'll see to it.
Yay, I'm pretty sure I am dressed as one of thems. Nope, that's a cape. Yeah, I'm dressed as a sailor right now, which is... Yeah, the sailor should do it. Yeah, I'm in the dress for the sailor. Cool. Yonk. Yonk. Hello, lady. Gretchen.
Hello, my darlings.
Ooh.
It's rare to see the upper crust in here. It must be my lucky day. Do you and yours want to have a good time? I
Ooh.
could call a few friends.
I'm sorry, but I'm not here for that.
Oh, what?
What would you like then?
I'll let you get
What?
on.
It's a shame.
What?
Come back soon.
Man, I was ready for the option of sexy time available, and the game's just sort of like, nah, you can't be horny on main. Bonk. Like, ridiculous. This is a sham. I thought this was an RPG game. I wanted to RPG going to a brothel and having some sex. Why won't you let me do this? Even BioWare gives you sex fantasies. even the game will bonk. Yeah, exactly.
Girls will arrive later tonight. We can wait here if you're ready.
Yep.
We will wait for Dieter's girls to do their work as planned. Then we'll enter.
Very well.
We will wait for Dieter's girls here. We can wait if you're ready. We will wait for Dieter's girls. Why did they have to?
Is gone. Your guard should get a good night's sleep now.
You should go. I'll wait here as planned. I can't risk getting caught there.
Don't worry. I'll make sure not to hurt anyone.
Good luck, Disardy.
Cool. No, C. There we go. Take everything. Such a disservice. Why, game? Why must you bonk me too? Well, I could just lockpick it anyway. Awesome. Sneaky. Be very, very quiet. The bonk is no longer reserved for chat. The bonk should be reserved for chat. Maybe I should make it like you have to be a follower to use the bonk. Maybe, I wonder if I can make that a thing. Pretty sure, like, Vasco's personal file. Yes, please. Can I take anything else from here? No. Well, that was a shame. Would have been nice. The cape makes it look like as if I have a hunchback when I'm walking. It's just like, yes, Igor will fetch the food. Yes, Igor will fetch the supplies. Yes, Igor will fetch the buddies. Can't I just leave through this door? Impossible to enter. Wow. I understand it was impossible to enter there, but... Ooh, hey. You need science. Who says you need science to be disruptive? Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom.
I was able to recover your file, Vasco. And nobody saw me.
Wonderful. You did everything perfectly. So,
yep.
Let's see what this file can tell us. So I was right. My real name is Leandra, son of the Darcy family from Serene. Nobles, I suppose.
Darcy? That sounds cool.
I must admit, I had no idea they'd given a son to the Nords.
To think that I spent my childhood polishing ship bridges when I could have been wearing silk.
I'm sorry for you, Vasco, but growing up in nobility is not as simple as it sounds.
Really? Well, whatever. I've learnt my real name thanks to you, and that's what I wanted.
Leandra Darcy. I remember coming across a Darcy at my uncle's court. Your brother, no doubt.
My brother? What was he like?
It was a long time ago. We were children. I couldn't tell you what he looks like today.
A brother? I wonder if we are alike despite our completely different lives. Thank you for sharing this and for telling me about him. You gave me back my identity. This is more important than the Nords care to admit.
Hey, Vasco is nice with us. Alright, now we need to meet with a governor in another place at another time. A lot of guards around. What's up with that?
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent. Tear for the alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is silver. Cool, cool.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Oi. Oh wow, my game is struggling all of a sudden for some reason. Oh, that's why. It's because my cursor just decided to like go into another window. Oh, that was easy. Silver signet ring. Yeah, okay, fine. Gold coin, that's fine too. And gold coins. Okay, so nothing really like obscenely important. This was just a random occurrence of people being assholes to me. Running about, singing a song. Whoop. Oh hey, more people that want to ruin my life. Are you gonna say it? Are you gonna say it? I knew it! This guy, Kirk, just has like one line. Cool. It's nice having a little bit of coin. It would be nice if it gave me like a little more coin than that, though. Yep, okay, so it is this path I want to go down. Berries! Wait, did I grab those berries? No, I didn't. But now I grabbed them. That's good. Yep, so we're going to travel, and we're going to head to the Singing Waters. Ooh, that sounds lovely. The Singing Waters. Let's talk to Sayora.
My mother is still held in this outpost near Vigigado. I must do everything I can. So will you accompany?
Maybe later. I have no time to take care of...
I understand. But do anything else?
The first time you saw me, did you really think I was a native?
Aside from the way you dress, you resemble a native. I have never seen an Onolmanawi amongst the Renagse before.
Notifications from work.
Is it so surprising that I made this mistake?
Ask her if the singular appearance makes you more attractive.
No,
Do tell.
I understand. And I hope that this singular appearance makes me more attractive to you.
Perhaps if your difference wasn't merely physical, but your heart is evidently the heart of a Renagse.
Aww.
Anything else?
I must
Damn.
leave you. See you later.
Every part of this game just wants to bonk me on the head for horny or anything. So yeah, someone at work has invited me to something. Why was I invited here? No. There's no purpose for me being in this room. Like, it's after hours. No thank you. My goodness, all these people are weird. Alright, let me just... I can't put my phone in charge correctly. Alright, anyway, moving on. Onwards and upwards. Welcome to Wang Shimblablah. I couldn't properly pronounce all that nonsense. Ooh. Tree sap. And detours, yes please. I like how there's like this little area you can explore before hitting the city. Ah, yes, the orc wolves. Of course they are going to get dicey. Who would have guessed? Could it have been you, Kurt?
Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Hey, we leveled up. That's good. Nope, that's N. B. We want B. Alrighty, so now we can get the anointed weapon, which is nice. And then we can improve our attributes. So things like the agility, the accuracy, our endurance, our strength. We can put the agility higher if we want. That's for mental power. This one is for accuracy, which is nice. And then talents. We can put it into charisma. We can put it into higher lock picking. Crafting. Do I want to go crafting or vigor? I'm gonna go So the next one is 17. Yeah, let's put it into crafting. That way, like, I can get to higher thingamadiggies sooner. What in the world? Why am I being messaged into? Yep, no. I have people at work who do not know how to log into our systems. Why do people not read PDFs? It is literally 5 steps in a PDF with visual reference. Step 1, click a link. Step 2, look for this visual cue for signing in. Step 3, press this button. Step 4, now you can type in our company name. Step 5, now click this button and you are signed in. Like, how is that hard? Why is this something I have to put in a PDF with visual cues? And even when I do that, they don't share it. It's just like, I send it to this one person, person A, and they're like, okay, thank you. Person B, who manages person A, goes, okay, here's the text that I just copied from chat instead of linking it. And now I get, you know, thrown into their, like, special chat room where they're like, oh, this system isn't working because it won't let me do it via this way. Oh, why don't we go back to the old system? Despite the fact that they weren't given the PDF that I sent to the first person in the first place, and the second person just simply copied and pasted the text of the message rather than including the attachment. So, hold on a sec. I'm just going to get the donk. So, also, we have a text for, you know, if people cannot do things and you're asking for help after hours. Donk. Bonk. Alright. Sorry you're forced to handle. It's not that I'm forced. At least I get paid for it. That's the thing. Like, they're like, oh, I don't want to disrupt you. And then it's like, you can disrupt me. Just disrupt me through the proper channels, which is ring the helpline. I get paid when I have evidence of people asking for help after hours. If you send me a private message, that's not a lot of proof saying, hey, I got called to help in the middle of the night, because quite frankly, there's nothing promoting that if you direct message me that I should help you. That's not how this works. If it's like 9 to 5, yes, absolutely. Direct message me however you want. That's when I'm working. If it's after hours, if it's 8 p.m., don't send me a private message. Call the helpline. Okay, yeah, so I put my points in. I have another level of crafting, which means I can improve the equipment I currently have, which is nice. So... You know what the funny thing is? The people I support? It's a call center. They're surrounded by phones day in, day out. They pick up calls, they send out phone calls. Like, you think of all the means of communication they would do, it would be a phone call. But it's not. They hate it. Oh, why are they so powerful? Renegade Abbots. Oh. Oh, those are beefy boys. I should have taken warning with the little skull thingamajiggy. Die, dear. Oh, I didn't even get anything for it. Okay. Alright, so I need to get to a village over there. Cool. Ooh. No, don't. I see the little notification alert in my, for them saying like, oh, hey, you just got a direct message alert or something. Enough himbo to stand against Grant there. They're not himbo, they're fucking nerds. They're religious nut nerds is what they are. Oh, what the? Because those are, they said abbots and such. Those aren't himbos, those are nerds. Okay, these guys are easier. There we go. That was easy, wasn't it? Plenty of beast essence and some leather. Always good. Awesome. Alrighty. Ooh. Is there geese here? No, there isn't. Okay, I can't see them. Yay, more wolf orcs. Apparently Nerd has the inherent property of being tanky. It's all those books. That's what it is. They're not tanky. There's just like layers upon layers of books. You ever tried ripping a phone book? It's really hard, actually. That's why the record's only like 30 or something like that. It's not easy. More geese. Squawk, squawk, squawk. Ooh. These thingamadiggies. I know these. They were annoying in the past.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
There we go. Awesome. That gives us more beast essence, thank goodness. This is how we're gonna get strong, because with beast essence, we're just gonna consume beast, and it's just like glug, 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 and get all muscly and have, like, animal magnetism upon us. Real furry energy. Oh. Don't pick that up. Pick that up. Cool. More beast essence and leather is always good. Let's see. Is there a camp near here? Alright, there's something exploratory over there, which is... Ooh! Something over here, too. What's this? It's a village of Wenshevai. Wenshevai. Wenshevai, I want to say? Yeah, Wenshevai. Sounds about right. It's a pretty big village, too. Interesting. Alright. Oh, actually, there looks like to be a path of some sort this way. Wenshaganaw. Wenshaganaw. I think that's how you pronounce this region. Wenshaganaw.
Be careful! The wounded!
Alright. So that's more of them dead. That's good. That's good. Ding, dong, ding! Alrighty. Yeah, bats. They're the only mammals that can fly, right? Bats? Or are there other mammals? 'Cause as far as I know, it's only bats. Like, in my mind. Wait, was that it? Yeah, I guess that was it. And then, like, obviously there's, like, maybe something you jump. Oh, but there might be something up here. Let's go. Exploration. The Singing Waters. It does sound lovely of a region, though. Hey, a campsite! Now we can do some crafting here. This table here. So if we go into here, we can change this. So now it can use something like this, which increases the stun. Or this, which increases the physical damage. Bats are the only mammals that can fly. Flying squirrels can glide. Okay. So this does Fury, and this does Ash and Fury. Yep. Alrighty. Dink, and then... Oh. Then we have the Pommel, which is gone for flat, so... Armor rating... Which would increase the armor. Cool. Ah, it's just a little lower. Damn, I thought I improved it. So the Steel Ring increases the armor rating. This does the armor damage as well. Thought I had that. Okay. Actually, yeah, let's go with... There we go. That should make it more... Yeah, that makes it stronger. That's good. Then this thingamadiggy. So this has too low of an armor and a physical. It's because it's using a short cherry grip. So this is a short grip with inlays. Yeah, but it doesn't increase. But doesn't do much of an increase elsewhere. Now this one. Oop. Needed for thieves, needed for alchemists. Alright, so we have this thing. So we have a Curse boulder. Yep. Okay. There we go. And then El Sad Sturdy Kafkan. So we'll keep the El San thingamajiggy because I think we'll need that. Part of me feels like we will. Ooh, the Sailor's Gloves we can improve. So now we can go with like scale. Yeah, that's good. Dunk. And then boots. Go with grand plate. So we got plate grease, that's grand. Alright, what are all the other guys wearing? Okay, you can wear something better. Graved gauntlets. Ooh, that actually does a pretty decent amount of, Oh wait, this one increases balance a little. Desat. And let's see, what do you got? So you've got a lock strap. We can go with a talisman and a sacred stone, or a pouch and tool, so that increases the fury generation. And then grand curved pauldron sounds good. And then extended ornate sounds excellent. There we go. Oh wait, let me see. Can I recycle things? Let's see. So we got that, and then we have. So that's 39. This is 26. Yeah, let's recycle this. Let's recycle this. And do we want to recycle this? Yeah. And then priest boots. Yep, we're recycling those as well. Ooh, actually, hang on. I think, wasn't there a thing for me where I can make stuff? Oh, it requires science to make all that. Resuscitation powder. Oh, science does all these things. Okay, okay, that's cool, that's cool. Didn't realize those were a thing, but you require quite a number of different thingamaboogs. Hoof and crude iron. Well, I don't have a lot of hoof. Metal dowels are used to build or repair furniture. Just in case we need 10. I don't know why, I feel like 10 is an amount someone needs. It's a nice round number. Dicey, dicey, dicey! Oh yeah, we're badasses! Alright, hold on a sec. Yep, so that's an overall improvement in everything. And then, so we're gonna grab this. Grab that. Thank you, thank you. Whoop. Thank you. So far, still no personal deposits of iron to break up and take, which is annoying. Woods near the water. I have discovered woods near the water. They just didn't have any other names for them. Ooh. That's definitely for looting purposes. Hey! That's nice. Got some iron for that, too. Oh yeah, I have techniques, don't I? Magic, poisoned, stasis. Let's try stasis coating. Oh my god, that is so cool. There we go. Yay! More things killed. Bunk, 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 bunk. You need to pass out? Yeah, no, that's okay. You go have a sleep. Thank you for coming along and sticking around. That was really nice. I appreciate it. Heading east towards New Serene, I heard some travelers talking about a treasure which they had hidden behind the lone tree on the cliff. I'm worried these people might be bandits and the famous treasure is the fruit of their looting. May the Enlightened come to my aid. I don't think the Enlightened came to your aid, quite frankly. I think you very much got whisked out. Oh, yeah, you're very much dead. Ooh, a really powerful divine ring. I'll better hold on to that. Ooh, what's... Is this another detour we can take? Contracts and the Missionaries' Outpost? What the... What? What is this place? Hello, dapper gentlemen. Basic peeps. What is this place? It's so cool looking. Donk. Just gonna explore a little bit, see what's around, what's about. This looks like a cool little... This is how I imagine a camp should be, quite frankly. Looks cool. A very disturbed man has been attacking travelers and caravans. He's dressed as one of the Alliance's so-called scholars and steals foods from convoys. A reward will be offered to whoever puts an end to his madness. Merchants beware! One of the beasts that the natives call Dantrig is attacking everything that comes near the north of the river. Those who follow the path that give access to Tir Dorb through the natural dam must be especially prudent. Whoever kills this enraged beast will be offered a reward. Sounds good. I'll take those. Thank you very much. And then... Is there a campsite nearby I could utilize, maybe? Yeah. There. Oh, what? Oh. Maybe there's another way up here, so... It's clearly they don't want me coming up that way. So let's drop down. We'll go this way. And then... What the... It's just another dead end from the looks of it. Yeah, like... How do they expect people to get... Okay, never mind then. Oh, wait. Ooh, okay. Maybe. Consulting the map tells me there is something else we could go to that might give us a little edge. Oh, wait, is it this way? Yeah, it is this way. Cool. And we take a left here. Somewhere here. Yep, there it is. Thank you. Is that it? Is that all there is up here? I thought there would be more. What was the point of this area? There's nothing here.
Greenblood, tell me, I would still... So...
I don't have time now.
Anything else?
I must leave you.
What in the... What was the point of this little spot? There's nothing here. Goodness gracious, what a waste. So yeah, later Lupus. Yum. 8:30. Yeah, I got like another hour. And then this will get us to... There it is. San Matthias. 18 hours of travel? Are you kidding me? That's a long time. Oop. to there. That's good. Store and take. Still can't use that. I can use this, thankfully. And then let's put in the inventory the Divine Ring, the other blunderbuss, and some of this. Oh yeah, definitely that, and that. Alrighty, dunk. Oh my god, this looks like a terrible weapon. Like, engraved metal. That's... Alright, what's the thing that's weak between... So this is 297 to 54. This is 264 by 60. Alright, so we want more damage. So that does physical damage and fury. This does stun. And a higher stun. This does physical damage. That does a lot of physical damage. There we go. And then do those. Alright. Swapping it to this blunderbuss. Onwards again. I'm gonna regret looking at this. Right. No, I've got no notifications. Okay. Strange. Hey. Turkey dead. Wait, this is the religious place? It looks more like a military camp than a... Oh, wait, maybe it's further ahead. Yeah, this is an outpost, so... Whoopsie daisies! Oh, hey there.
Greetings. What can I do for you?
Why build an outpost here?
Well, we do have to watch over the bandits, the beasts, and anything else.
Yeah. That would get more, but okay. Yep. There's a camp. That's useful. Alrighty. Zoom. Zoom, zoom. San Matthias, cool. And then there's like another caravan rider over there. What is with these long roads, honestly? Yum. At least there's like detours even in the city areas. Yep, so there's Borg. More Borg. Hawthorne. And a fox. At least the fox like gives me like things to explore, I feel. I feel the fox leads me to places. Like it has me go to alternative locations. What is this? Ow. There we go. An old dueling... Oh, that's a pretty good dueling pistol, quite frankly. I like it. Definitely gonna upgrade that one instead. I could even upgrade the armor thingy-majiggy for it rather than any other aspect of it. Thank you, Fox, to leading me to an interesting encounter. What's this encounter? Yum. Likely to a camp. Oh, maybe not to a camp. Oh, wait, maybe to a... Yeah, it's to a camp. Oh, well. We set up all the camps. And then... What's this? No, it's... like... good. Yum. What's this place, I wonder? A secluded glade. Okay, right off the bat, I can tell that these guys are going to do something shady in there. And at some point, we're going to need to go over there and investigate. This is going to be fun when that happens. Yum. Running. 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 Yeah. Nose.
Halt! In the name of the Enlightened One, present yourself.
Sir de Sardet,
this guy.
emissary of the Congregation of Merchants on Tirfredi. I have come to present my regards to your governor.
We have been expecting your visit, Your Excellency. Welcome. May he light your way.
Yep. Religious people.
May the Enlightened bless you.
Have a nice day, sir.
Alright, so Desat residents are in there. That's cool. What's everywhere else? What's this? So, Coin Tavern to the left, Coin Guard Barracks to the right, and Port Quarters. Neaties. Eden Town Square. Oh, why do they have to call it
May
Eden?
the Enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
And then these are the port quarters. Cool. Cool.
Good day.
Good day. Good day, good day, good day. Boom, boom. Stomp, stompy, stompy, stompy. Ooh. Stompy, 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 stompy. Up. Somehow I ended up someplace I can't get out of. There I am. Cool. A place of punishment. How hilarious that it's a place that has like all these merchant stalls. Oh god, what the? What is this? What the fuck? You're burning it alive? Good mercy, you crazy person.
Do you renounce your gods?
What the fuck, man?
Answer me.
Why are you doing this?
Behold your so-called gods. Your demons. They burn. They are nothing. You shed tears for this creature while your heart should be full of joy. Welcoming the light.
Oh yeah, I made a good decision not trusting these religious peeps.
Foul teachings. Embrace the true faith.
You are mad.
Can I intervene, please? Like, you're gonna kill this man. Stop it. Stop! God damn it, why'd you do this?
Inquisitor?
You wear the mark of the impure pagan cult of the natives. I am Inquisitor Aloysius, and by authority of my title, I order you to explain yourself.
The mark on my face is by no means impure. You are walking on thin ice and are close to committing a grave diplomatic error.
Yeah.
If the truth of the Enlightened is obscured, then our relations are tainted and of no value. Answer my questions, or receive the punishment reserved for heretics. Do you believe that the God of Light is the one and only God?
Diplomacy may seem to you of little import, but I doubt that your governor will be of a similar opinion. Aggression towards an emissary of another nation is an error that could lead to war.
Your attempts to avoid answering...
No, I'm not a believer. What are you going to do now? Burn me at the stake?
Your very presence in our holy city is outrageous blasphemy. May he guide my hand.
Bit of poison on my blade. Now let's go!
You're gonna die first.
Enough! This time brute force has prevailed, but the light always
I want to flip the
triumphs in
finger
me.
at you.
I will not forget our encounter, and I am certain that we shall meet again.
I really don't care about you, mate. You're just a thorn in my side of stupidity and just... You're just a shrewd man choosing to be violent and using religion to save yourself. Oop, nope, wrong door. I am definitely gonna have like the native part of with me, because it's gonna piss everyone off, and I'm gonna relish in it. Yep, you already gave me the warning about the. Cool. Yunk. I love how she's in here already, as if like this was gonna. All right, compose.
I must so.
Maybe.
Oh, anything else?
I'm asleep.
All right, compose the team. Keep Kurt, get rid of Vasco, add Sayora, confirm the team. Awesome. Alrighty. Let's see how we do. I wonder, is he still there? Damn. I really want to hit you again. But I don't care what your position is. Such men are bullies.
Young man. Pardon me. Are you not part of the new governor's entourage?
I'm his cousin, and I'm accompanying him on his mission to Tirfredi. What can I do for you, Father?
Bishop Petrus. How divinely fortunate this is. Did you know that I had the honor of meeting you at your uncle's court when you were a child? I would never have imagined that you would grow up to resemble the island natives so closely.
The island was yet to be discovered. How could you have known?
You haven't lost your clever little tongue. You were always quite a remarkable young boy. I'm on my way to New Serene as an ambassador to the new governor. Do you think there would be room for me to accompany you? The roads are not truly safe.
I must first meet the Mother Cardinal to present my respects on behalf of my cousin.
I will accompany you, and then we can take the road together. I'm so happy our paths have crossed once again.
This guy sounds like he'll turn evil on us, but I'm gonna be honest, like, he's not as annoying as, like, the first, person we met of this religious craziness, so...
Your Eminence, in the name of the Congregation of Merchants, I present my best regards.
May the light bless you and accompany you on these grounds with inspired guidance.
I thank you. We truly wish that this visit will strengthen the ties between our two nations.
I learned that you crossed paths with that of Inquisitor Aloysius. I'm extremely sorry that this visit took a violent turn. Aloysius's faith is sometimes too absolute. I hope that you have it in you to look beyond
No, that's not a good
and
thing.
forgive his zeal.
Another subject brings me as well. The Malachor. The horrible blood plague decimating our peoples.
A terrible matter that worries us all and reveals our imperfections and sinful nature. For he would never have allowed such an evil to spread without a deeper reason, a fault. Our theologians assert
likely a
that the
fault that
Malachor is the
we've
work of a
conducted.
curse, and we have discovered that this island is home to a cult that venerates willfully a horrifying demon.
A demon? An evil spirit? It's very strange. I know no clan that worships this sort of troubled spirit.
It was a good thing I brought her
We must
along.
unearth this cult and tear it out by its sinister, sinful roots. We started to investigate a village not far from here, where strange happenings have been reported.
I have begun investigations, and I confirm that a demon is certainly active in the area.
Alas, the population is very secretive, and we have great difficulty gleaning any useful information. But if the congregation would help us in this matter, in other words...
Look at this guy on the right. He's just, like, in the fairies. He is high as a kite. Like, I'll show you. Like, he's just... Oh my god, he's high as a kite.
In obtaining any information from the natives would be extremely welcomed.
Be
Noted.
certain that your message will be transmitted, Mother Cardinal. I look forward to our next encounter.
Like, alright, so. Ciara and Petrus, and get rid of Kurt. Confirm the team. Look at this guy here! Like, this fella over there was just, like, having his head up. He's just like, what a pretty ceiling. Wouldn't it be crazy if someone painted on it? Like, with pastels and color. And you could just look up, daydreaming, but there's a painting for you. Wouldn't that be something? And it's like heavily... Like, that's what he seems like. Meanwhile, we have these two people just...
Greetings! May the word of Saint Mateo... Have a good day. I must go.
Alright, what's Bishop Dominicus?
What do you want from me, my son?
Sir de Sardet.
Ah, the congregation. I am Bishop Domitius.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Man, this is a... Already, I'm having a weird vibe with this, like, town. This is just, like, way too strongly on the religious vibe. And they're like, oh, there may be a cult among us. And people are trying to worship demons and such. And we have a native that's like, there is no clan that worships demons. What are you on about? And they're just like, oh, we need to find this sinister evil and pull it out from its roots. I'm like, no. Just because they're different doesn't mean they're sinful. Just, you know, move on. My good gracious. Alright, so we need a... So there's something over there. Alright, let's go over here. Maybe there's something worthwhile over there. Like, this is the thing about, like, religion and fantasy and... Like, the way religion in fantasy and sci-fi are normally written is that you'll have, like, a plethora of religions that are either way too hokey to be true, or they're, you know, emulations of our religion. And then you have the third religion, and this one's the more dangerous one, which is they're seen as the crazy cult-like religion and such, when but then they're treated as if... But then there's, like, this realization of, oh, maybe there's some truth to it, because then you start learning that a lot of the things that they were talking about turns out to be real, like, you know, the precursors existing, or reapers, and all this other nonsense. Which, you know, that one's a bit of a problem, because what that insinuates is that there isn't this, oh, every religion is just having a partial truth, and it's all about, you know, it's less about which one's right and more about which one is taking the lessons from the greater beings and such. Instead, it's, oh, all the other religions are wrong, except this kooky one that got it right. Be this kooky one. Stand to your convictions. It's like, no, that's a terrible lesson to put into religious, into, like, you know, faith-based groups. You don't want to, you know, have that weird reward where if you stand and as a zealot, you're going to be rewarded. No, that's not what you want. Alright, was there any way of... Oh yeah, it would just get me to warehouse D. The warehouse. So yeah, it's like... I feel like that's more... Like, I'm fine with religions, like, being all kinds of kooky and like, fantasy and such, and, you know, I'll, like, talk shit about it. But if you create a religion or a cult, and it's, like, you know, really against the grain of this group or whatever, like the rest of the religious groups and such, and then, you know, as you go through the storyline, it's like, oh, this group is, like, you know, a secret society and are very much, you know, legitimate history. It's like, that's not a good thing. That's not how we want things to do. Alrighty. Oh yeah, I need to... So yeah, I need to be outside, and then I need to take on... So there's missions. Family reunion. Where is it? Champion? No. No. So it's none of these. So it is... Talk to Constantine. Meet. Talk to Constantine about the 2 nation leads about the Malachor. Wasn't there a side mission I could do? The Shadows of the Gods? No. I swear there would have been something for me to... Maybe not. Alright. 52. There's a caravaner up ahead, isn't there? Yes, there is. I'll have him take me back to... Yeah, I'll have him take me back to town.
Greetings! Do you...
Travel to New Serene.
Let's go!
Awesome! Oh, my back! Stretching! And just a small vibrate. There we go. Yay, we're back to New Serene, and we can now converse with peeps.
Oh, it's you, Onol Menawi. Come and see. I received beautiful things from...
Ooh.
Dear to mad, Onol Menawi. Do you want to see the object?
How is business nowadays? You no longer have problems?
No. Since you gave me this piece of bark, the guards and the people of this village really like. Our chief Ulan is very happy.
That's good, that's good. What is... Ooh. Double-sided obsidian axe. An obsidian axe? Let's see, how does it... Needs to be two-handed. Alright, so those are melee weapons. Ooh. So we got elk and we got owl. Cool stuff. Meanwhile, there's like no yeah, it just gives me like 10 regen. No point to the magic, so yeah, let's just grab the small thingamadig. And then...
You will always be welcome here.
Small necklace of harmony. No thanks. Give me something with poison. Wait, what? Why are they both magic? I thought one of them was HP. I've been robbed. Nah, I'm not gonna berate him about it. It is what it is. Alright. New Serene. Oh, is that... Didn't know Vasco would be there, quite frankly. Constantine, you look dreary.
You have returned to me. Your absence was sorely felt.
Really?
You appear to be in top form. A house intrigue's keeping you from finding proper sleep. No, nothing to bring me nightmares as of yet. I'm blaming it on the change of diet. Now, tell me what adventures you've been up to. If you only knew how bored I grow behind these walls. I would like, if you would allow me the honor, to introduce Bishop Petrus, emissary of Ptolemy.
Your Highness, may the light warm you in its holy embrace.
Enchanted to meet you, my father.
I've come here to present respects from Ptolemy and best wishes from the Mother Cardinal.
She has my most sincere thanks. But before speaking further, I would like to discuss matters with my cousin, if you would be so kind. I've been to the neighboring cities, as you asked of me. Tell me then, was your journey adventurous? Well, I was able to gain audience with the governors, give them your regards, and glean some information. The Bridge Alliance believes that a remedy could possibly be found by studying the local flora. They are quite motivated, but their research expedition has gone missing and there is no sign of life. And since they themselves are under constant attack, they cannot spare a rescue party to investigate. The Mother Cardinal, in her opinion, believes the Malachor to be a result of a curse.
A curse cast by a demon, an evil creature worshipped by a cult of island natives. If you would
I love how the native is just looking at him like, you are an idiot.
In need of your help. Our inquisitors are hardly diplomats, and... But I should let you finish, my son.
They have started their investigations in a village where strange events have been taking place, but they're unable to get to the bottom of it. The population keeps its secrets, and Ptolemy hopes that we might help them learn more about the cult. This is all extremely interesting. You have lived up to my expectations, as always. That said, we find ourselves between the rock and the hard place. The bridge is already in open conflict with the island natives. Ptolemy and their inquisitors... We're going to have to tread on eggshells, but let's follow all the clues to their mysteries. We need to help them continue their investigations. Perhaps one will lead us to something useful. I don't have a lot of men, as well you know, and since I only trust you among them, take Kurt and any others that seem useful.
If you would allow me, Your Highness.
Very well, then. You could start by indicating the precise
Of course, Your Highness. Allow me to mark the location.
Thank you. Have no... Anything else?
Yeah, tell them about the battle.
We were not able, alas, to stop the clash between the forces. We arrived at the village and the battlefield. I'm extremely sorry.
Thank you. My sister survived, fortunately, but our clan was extreme.
We shall keep a close eye on the Bridge Alliance, and... You should know that the battle took place in the middle of ancient... We discovered a fresco that I'm so... Really? And how ancient...
They date much farther back than their arrival would explain.
Siora told me of a legend that spoke of them. About... Do you think it was the norm?
It is not our custom to found a landlocked settlement. We have our islands, and it is enough for us.
If they are ancient, perhaps your people once practiced... This story is troubling, but it reminds me of something... You should go and find her. Very well. Anything else? How are relations with our allies? Oh, they bow and scrape,
and they regularly assure me of their so that they can better try to convince me to embrace. Taleme wants to convert me, and the Alliance assures me that only they will allow. They're a bunch of old foxes, but they take me for a young brain. The only thing they really want is to increase their.
Are you liking your new role as a governor?
Honestly, I receive delegations from everywhere. They arrive with their arms full. Most of them take me for a fool. Who will be? I would love to simply brush them all off. I have so many ideas to make.
Any news of your parents?
No. With the time it takes to travel to the continent, it's not surprising. My father's next letter will certainly be full of. As for my mother, she's probably too busy planning her next assassination to have noted.
I'm going to leave now.
Look out for yourself.
Yay. Alright, and then we need to talk to... Cool. Alrighty, Ooh, wait, there's an up? That goes down. Okay, there is a way of going further up. Interesting. Don't... So we got the Mysteries of the Ancient Ruins, we've got Scholars Expedition Camp, and we got a village indicated by Petrus for demonic religious thingamadigs. So yeah, so Montague's there, go to the village, and then there's an expedition. I will not go too far tonight because it's 9 p.m. and I'm a little bit more. You return too late, Meeps! I'm ending. Actually, you know what? Just for you. You know what? Here we go. You return so you may dehimbo me one last time. Oh, you're teasing? Cool. Alright. Thank you for coming along. Sorry you came in, like, late. Hopefully, tomorrow's Thursday, Friday, so I'm likely gonna... You're not gonna get a cookie. I'm not likely to stream on those days. Saturday is gonna be an all-day stream, which will be nice. You know, good old classic, you know, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. kind of stuff, which will be good. Me still redeeming cookies. I'll see you off another day. Bye now.